Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, colleagues, friends in New York. We are here from Port-au-Prince. As you are aware, today at 4:53 p.m., it's going to be 1 week since this devastating earthquake hit Port-au-Prince. And we will have, as you in New York, also here a minute of silence. But since my arrival in the mission last Thursday, a day and a half after the earthquake, my main task has been to put the mission back on its feet. As you know, most of the leadership in the mission died or is not operational, and my main task is to put the whole thing together. We've been receiving a lot of support from headquarters. Mr. Tony Banbury, the Assistant Secretary General for Field Support, arrived 2 days ago with the Secretary General. He brought a team of 15 people. The new Police Commissioner, General Chaumont, also arrived two days ago, a day and a half ago. As you know, the acting Police Commissioner, Doug Coates, died in the earthquake. And so we're trying to reinforce the mission as much as we can. It's like in airplanes when the pressure drops and you have these gas masks, oxygen masks that drop. I mean, you have to put it on yourself first, and then you help the other ones. So I think we have to help ourselves first in order then to perform our mandate and then help others. But having said that, the mission is under a lot of pressure from many groups, many sectors, in order for us to continue performing not only our original tasks and mandates, but then much more right now in relation to humanitarian assistance, providing security, coordination mechanisms with everybody on the ground. So the pressure on the mission has been really enormous. But little by little, day by day, we have been improving in our performance and working better. Not only internally but also in our support side to other partners. The general situation on the ground, I must say, is quite stable and normal. It is true that some incidents have happened of looting. Food has been taken from destroyed supermarkets and shops. Which is almost a normal situation in these kind of circumstances. But we have not seen at all any kind of violent actions or rampages or swarms of looters or people attacking or aggressive actions against anybody. And in the last 24 hours, we have increased 48 and 24 hours. We have increased our patrols in Port-au-Prince by the military and the police, and now the HNP, the Haitian National Police, which had 2,000 police on its feet and working yesterday, that will probably double today to 4,000, and we're providing also that assistance to the HNP. With our own resources, we are helping with humanitarian deliveries. The military especially have been involved in that. And we do hope and we do expect that the Canadians and the Americans that are expected to come on the ground do that quickly and soon, because that will facilitate also the delivery of humanitarian assistance, which has been slow and also with many coordination problems. One has to be reminded that the airport here is very small, only one landing strip, so the capacity of the airport to receive so many flights and help and donations and cargo, etc., is very limited. That's why we're working with the Dominican Republic in order to open this humanitarian corridor that will come from Santo Domingo, from Barahona, from other places in Santo Domingo by land to supply Port-au-Prince. Many things are already coming from the Dominican Republic, but we still have to establish like a logistics base, a warehouse system over there in order then to bring the stuff to Haiti. we're working very closely with the government. We meet with the president, with the prime minister every day, and they are in the lead of this effort. Of course, the government has been very much affected by this earthquake and its own operations. As you know, most of the government buildings have been completely destroyed, and they're trying to work from temporary offices in very difficult circumstances. But in spite of that, I mean, the Prime Minister is up and running. The Prime Minister also, most of the ministries, and the President has appointed some Secretaries of State for different functions. So we are in permanent consultations with them. With the Americans and with the Canadians also, we have established some memorandums of understanding and principles of working together and distribution of roles. And we believe that it is important to have that done under a geographical way. The Canadians will be working mainly in Léogâne and Jacmel in the south and southwest of the country, providing assistance there. And the Americans will be concentrated here in Port-au-Prince, so in order not to trip over each other at this moment. Water is being distributed more and more every day. 10,000 gallons of diesel fuel are expected to be shipped in from the Dominican Republic today, only for the water distribution system that we are organizing. At least 23 hospitals are working in Port-au-Prince, combined national and field hospitals, and more field hospitals are coming, arriving from Mexico, from Turkey, from France, Indonesia, the U.S., and Médecins Sans Frontières. The USNS Comfort is expected to arrive on the 22nd of January, and that is also going to be a big help here. We're working closely with the Red Cross on these communal burial sites that the Brazilian Engineer Corps here has dug out, and this is the places we're taking the bodies. Of course, less and less every day, because most of the bodies that were on the streets have been recovered now, and the bodies that are remaining are the ones under the rubble, under the buildings, and that's an effort that will be done later on. On the MINUSTAH side, in addition to the big losses that you are aware of, yesterday we recovered 11 additional bodies from 2 of our building sites in Hotel Christopher and Villa Privée. The families have been informed and notified. And I mean, we're continuing and working there on many of these issues. The coordination on the humanitarian assistance is being managed by Ms. Kimball Duke, the DSRSG President Coordinator, Humanitarian Coordinator, and I must say she's doing a fantastic job there, and we can see more and more the effectiveness on the ground, and the delivery is there. Of course, we have some concerns related to security. As you know, the National Penitentiary, was completely destroyed. We don't know how many inmates were killed during the earthquake, but we know that some of the most dangerous gang leaders and criminals have escaped, and what they do in life is to be criminals. So we do expect that they will be trying to reorganize themselves and continue with their activities. So this is something we will have to pay attention also to very carefully, and try to identify where they are. And of course, MINUSTAH did that in the past, and we were very effective and very successful in controlling the criminal activities in Port-au-Prince, and we will have to do it again in the future. The issue of prices also is there's been a sharp rise in prices for food items and for gasoline. But on the bright side, public transportation is running and increasing, and the police reports fewer shots fired over the last two nights. I must also say that the population in Port-au-Prince have been responding in a very calm, very sober way, and I think they're very much acting in a very responsible way. They are organizing themselves in their communities, block by block, and support groups in order for themselves also to coordinate the delivery of assistance, and so that is also positive. We are also very grateful to the Security Council because, as you know, this morning, unanimously the Security Council approved the recommendation by the Secretary General to increase by 2,000 troops and 1,500 police our ceiling, and we really welcome this response from the international community by the Security Council that they did react so fast, responding to the Secretary General's request. Of course, this is a ceiling, and we will see during the next days and weeks and months if we will need to increase the ceiling here, the presence of troops and police in Haiti. Depends on the evolution of the situation. Since MINUSTAH also is deployed all over the country, we are bringing troops from the provinces, from the departments, to reinforce our operations here. But also we have to bear in mind that many people from Port-au-Prince are now moving back to their places of origins, to their provinces and departments. So we have to also assess the situation on humanitarian assistance and security in those places where they're going back to, in order for us to be there also for them. I will probably stop here. I mean, this is just an update to you on the situation on the ground. Some of you were here with the Secretary General on Sunday and witnessed firsthand with your own eyes the difficult situation, the tragic circumstances of this horrible earthquake. So I will not go into the details of the harsh reality on the ground, which I'm sure you're all aware of. And now, of course, I'm more than happy and willing to respond to your questions.